So today I'm going to take you through a lower body foam roller release. So foam rolling is really good for releasing the fascia on the outside of the muscle, also increasing blood flow to the area and warming up the muscle as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with your calf. So all you need is a foam roller, and we're going to start with your calf here. So you're just going to pop that foam roller mid-calf. You're going to add a little bit of extra pressure through and work a nice long run here. Now if you feel any tight spots or any knots, you're just going to hold it in that spot for a little bit of moment, and you can do a little bit of cross friction. Now when you first start foam rolling, it can get quite intense, so feel quite painful. So it's really important that you're focusing in on your breathing and your breath as you work through your rolls. So it's easy to hold your breath. You want to avoid doing that. So nice long rolls. And if you find that tight spot, just holding it there and that little bit of cross friction. And just rolling from your hips to hit different areas of that muscle as well, working a nice long run. Okay, other side. So switching sides, pop that weight on through your other leg, and nice big run. So as I said, foam roller is really good for releasing that fascia. So the fascia sits on the outside of the muscle, and you want it to glide and nice and smoothly for a nice, like easy muscle movement. So with your foam rolling, it helps to break up any stickiness in that fascia and helps to release it so that it slides nice and smoothly along your muscle. If you find any tight spots, just hold it. It's also really good for finding any knots or any niggly little potential injuries within your body. So sometimes when you foam roll, you might feel that a muscle feels really good, and then you roll it and you realize you've got a lot of knots or issues in there. So it's really good for your body awareness and to work out exactly what's going on as well. And a little bit of cross friction. So from there, we're just going to bring it up to your hamstring. So working through your hamstring, nice long run. So once again, through your hip, you're just going to roll just to get different areas of that hamstring and breathing through. Once again, you can put a bit of extra weight through that other leg, but it means you're taking more weight through your arms as well. So it depends on how you feel with that one. Then we're going to take that a little bit higher. So just sitting up a little bit higher and hitting that top of that hamstring into the glute. So rolling through that space. Foam rolling is also really good for bringing muscle blood flow to the area, which is good for warm up, and it's also really good for recovery as well. So it increases the blood flow to the area, which helps to clear out any toxins, bring oxygen to the area. Okay, switching sides for your hamstring. So starting here. Nice long run, rotating through from your hips. So foam rolling can be done before exercise, so as a warm-up and a bit of body awareness before you get started. Can be done in conjunction with your stretching at the end as well, or it can just be done on its own. Add a little bit extra weight on if you choose to. Okay, from there, just sitting up on top, and you're just going to hit the very top of that hamstring into your lower glute. over. So we're going to get your shin now, which is an area that gets neglected quite easily. What you're going to do is just pop your weight on and work a nice roll all the way down to your ankle and then back up, pushing your body weight into it. Now with your foam rollers, you can get lots of different types of foam rollers. This is just a standard one, so it's a little bit soft, which is nice when you're starting out or you've got really tight muscles. You can get firmer ones that are like this, so the firmer the foam roller, the harder it is, the less squishy it is, the more it's going to hurt, the more intense it's going to be. You can also get ones with little spikes and knots which get in deeper, and that can be quite painful. So when you start using any of the ones with the nodules or anything like that, you probably want to limit the amount of weight that you're pushing through that movement. The most important thing is to work on movement. So for me, I'm quite tight there, just near my ankle, so I'm just going to give it just a little bit of extra, bit of cross stretch, cross friction, and then continue on. And then the other side. More weight is put more pressure. Just breathing through. So once again, hitting different areas for that muscle. Okay. Up next, this is probably the most intense, will be through your quads. So what you're going to do is you're just going to pop your weight on through your quad. You're going to start a nice run there. So your quads and your hip flexors do get very tight very easily. So usually this is one of the most intense. Once again, you want to roll through different areas of this. Now with this one, you're likely to find a lot of tight spots or knots. If you feel comfortable with this, if you find something tight, just flex and straighten through that leg. And then if you roll over it again, you'll feel a little bit of an extra release there. The more often you do it, the more you relax into it as well. You actually start to enjoy the feeling, even when it's painful. Outside. Many years ago, someone explained foam rolling to me as a poor man's massage, which is it is free. Once you own your foam roller, it doesn't cost you anything, and really good release. But I see it as a way to assist with that. So if you were to do your foam rolling and you're noticing a lot of tightness within your body, a lot of knots, probably a really good time to go in and get a massage, a nice remedial massage with someone that knows what they're doing to be able to release out those knots and break them down. And then we might move on and we'll finish with your glutes. So the way that I like to get into the glutes is to sit up on the foam roller. I like to bend that leg and pop the leg up onto the knee to open up through the muscle, and then work a nice little roll there. So working around your direction. Once again, you find a tight spot, just hold, and you can do a little bit of movement there. Working nice and high, and then back down. And once you've worked a little bit with that foot up on that knee, you can release it down. And you feel it'll get into the muscle in a different way. And then other side. So coming up, pop that foot on top of the knee. Give it a little twist and a little roll, and feel that muscle in the tightness over there. A bit of cross friction. Working through the upper. And down into the lower. And then release through that leg and keep that going. Take note of the difference. Okay, now you could probably keep going with that for a longer amount of time, but that's all the time that I've got for today. But yeah, nice a quick run through. So if you found that any of those areas were quite tight, you could go back and do those again. Once you've run through your foam rolling, it's also a really good time to have a really good stretch. So if I was to go through and do a really good glute and hip stretch now, I'd probably find I've got more release and more movement in that. So highly recommend that you add in your foam rolling. And I hope that you enjoyed that session. If you did enjoy my video, please like and follow my page, subscribe to my page, and share this video with anyone that will benefit from it, and also save it for later. You never know when you need to release through your lower body. Enjoy.